Hey,
Hey.
so it's been a little while.
Yeah, about a year.
A lot has changed in our lives. For starters, we're sitting in a 1996 RV in the middle of nowhere on the Oregon coast.
So that's new.
That's new. Do you want to just kind of start
I think we
from the
should.
beginning?
Yeah, so we're Tyler and Todd. We're based in Edmonton, Alberta, and we flip houses. So we buy old ones, we flip them, and we turn them into rentals.
So we started doing that about
Six?
6 years ago.
Yeah, probably about 6.
So the reason that we even started doing that in the first place, we've always been interested in design and real estate and all that kind of stuff, but we always knew that long term we wanted to have some sort of financial security.
We wanted to be in control of our own future, so we weren't really caught up in that whole working for someone else, working to get a pension. We wanted to be in control of our stuff, our life, our everything.
Yeah, exactly. But what ended up happening was, as we got busier buying old houses and renovating them, I'm sure you can imagine, it is months and months of long hours. It's some of the most difficult work you can do.
While working full-time jobs
Yeah.
on top of that. So Tyler was in banking and I worked for local government, and we would do our 9 to 5s and then
Work until 12 at night.
get up at 6 and get ready to do it all again the next
Which,
day.
and don't get us wrong, like, we're not complaining. We did love doing that. We loved the hustle. But it got to a point where we were so interested in pursuing other things. Like, I've gotten really into photography. I love it. We really like video and editing video, but we literally didn't have the time.
It got to a turning point where we went on a bit of a vacation and we came back, and I remember sitting in my car, my first day going back to work. I was in the parking lot at my work and I just had like a full breakdown, like full ugly Kim K crying about the fact that I was going into a building that was sucking my soul, and I worked for an organization whose values didn't align with mine. And I think Tyler went through a similar thing around the same time, and it just sort of started the wheels in motion.
I think it was kind of like we were in those jobs for about 5 years.
Yeah.
And the first couple years, it's new, it's fresh. You can kind of grit your teeth and get through it. But it was coming to a point where we realized, like, okay, we've been doing this for 5 years. When are we going to get out of it? What's next? Is this, like, are we going to stay there until we're 35? Like, or 35 years down the road to collect our pension?
And like, when does the passion start? Like, we're supposed to be passionate about this like our coworkers are, and it just never clicked for you and I.
No, and we tried, but it just didn't. There wasn't that spark of like waking up and being passionate about what we're doing.
Yeah.
And we love renovations, we love design. So now this is a very long-winded way of saying we really shifted our life. We're done. It's over. Like, we can't wake up every day and go to jobs that we don't love or we're not passionate about.
So
we just don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah. So we left them.
Yeah, we took a big risk, and we said,
but
we're done.
It wasn't overly a risk. I mean, we keep saying it's a risk, but Tyler and I are very analytical. We ran the numbers. We went through so many different budget proposals and all this sort of stuff.
I believe in us, and I know that it's not a risk, but I mean
a risk from the normal.
From society. Like, people, there's so many people that look at what we're doing and think you're crazy for leaving job security. You're crazy for living in an RV, which maybe we are, but it's something that really makes us happy. And we've been living on the road now for 2 months. We left Edmonton and traveled all through BC, and then we made our way down the Washington coast and
into Oregon now.
Yeah, and we're learning so much about ourselves and really learning what makes us happy. And it's obviously still a continuing path. Do you want to share more about that?
Yeah. So, like, Tyler's further along in the journey than I am, because he's had the idea for this came from him, so he had more time to process and get ready for it and stuff. Where
I had been binging YouTube, watching all the van life stuff, watching all the tiny home stuff, and I just found it was so, not to cut you off.
Well, I was like, there's the fourth one this video.
I did not cut you off 4 times. I have a lot to say.
Now we're gonna put like a little counter in the corner of every time Tyler cuts me off.
I just, like, I saw all of these people living a life that was authentic to them, and I just knew that there was a way that we could do it, that you could have the space to find what you need while still hustling and making money with our Airbnbs from afar. Sorry.
Yeah. And like, so Tyler's further along. He's found photography. Oh, I thought you were going to jump in there. He's found photography, and it's a new passion of his, and it's really exciting for me to watch him going through the learning, and I'm doing what I can to try and support him. So we'll be somewhere and he's taking photos, and I'm like the one holding the bag with all the different lenses and being like, I'll hold the lens while you switch it out. Like, so.
And you've been asking a lot of, can I jump in?
Well, you did already.
You've been asking like a lot of questions that you never asked before. Like, if I was taking a photo, you would never show any interest, and I think you are interested in that. But what Todd's trying to say is that's a passion that I found, and he's trying to find what he's passionate about. But we were in the rat race for so long that it was like it was like we were on autopilot. We woke up, brush your teeth, showered, go to work. You're there all day, then we renovate all night, and then we just did it over and over, that we never really had hobbies.
Yeah, it's been about a lot of boxes that we felt we needed to check. So we did really well in high school, and then we went to university, and then we did really well in university, and then we got really good jobs, and then we
got married.
We bought the house, and we got the dogs, and then were we gonna have babies? Like, we were on the adoption list. It was... And the bigger house, the bigger SUV, and eventually we realized that bigger wasn't making us happier. And
we were in this loop of constantly feeling like we needed to fill a void when we realized it was never going to get full.
And we were using extrinsic rewards to get us through the day instead of using intrinsic, where we were doing something that we actually loved, and just the act of doing it was the reward for us. We're just on this journey to not do it anymore. We just don't want to.
And it's so crazy, not to be like preachy about this, but coming from someone who, quote, had it all, a good full-time job with pension benefits, all of that, a big nice house, it did not give me what I needed, and I'm happier now living in a 1996 RV in the middle of nowhere. Like, it's crazy.
I mean, we loaded this RV full when we left Edmonton, and I'd say we've gotten rid of half the stuff.
Oh yeah, or more.
We have a 500 square foot storage space that is full of stuff for different Airbnbs and Christmas and all that stuff that you need to keep, and we just can't wait to get back to Edmonton and just
purge it.
It's just, yeah, I think that's what I'm most excited about right now, is the minimalist. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we should go to the beach soon though, because we're talking about being on the Oregon coast, and we're sort of teasing you with the views that we're getting, but just being here, there's a different vibe. There's something.
Let's go. Let's show them what we're talking about.
Okay.
You want to?
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get...
Can't go any further.
I almost wiped out. We're gonna leave our bikes here?
I don't want to like take them all the way up. Do you think someone will steal them?
Nah.
I'll put a please don't steal sign on them.
Let's just be sneaky and put them like a little bit. Like right here.
This city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand.
So we made it to the beach.
We did, and it's sunnier, hotter, brighter than we thought. So we're huddled behind a grass plant to try and keep some of
On
the
a
sun.
sand dune. I specifically asked Todd right before we left, do I need a jacket? He's like, yeah, it's really cold.
Well, it was cold at the campsite, but I think we worked up a bit of a sweat on the bike ride, so I took my jacket off.
Anyway, the beach is just, it's our vibe. So,
Which I'm surprised because this whole thing, Tyler was like, I think I want to be inland more. I want to be in the woods, the mountains.
I do love the woods. Like, the woods are beautiful too, but the beach is just, it's so peaceful and calming. And so, where I'm going with that is the only thing that we know is we're going to continue down the Pacific Coast Highway, ending up in San Diego. And then we don't know what's next. We don't know when we're going to get to San Diego.
We have the next 7 nights booked. All of them
it.
are in Oregon. And after that, we don't know what we're doing, where we're going. We're kind of living this different life for us.
This vagabond life.
Yeah.
We've been together for over 10 years, and this is the first time that we haven't had everything planned out.
Months
to a
in
T.
advance.
Yeah, and it feels really freeing because we could have an amazing experience somewhere and want to stay.
We've already done that a couple of
Yeah,
times.
we have.
We've extended our stays, which has been really cool because we've never had that option to do that before.
So we're not really sure where this channel is going to go. All we know is we're going to be posting a video every single Sunday, bringing you along for the ups and the downs, the good and the bad, because
And everything in between.
Living in 200 square feet. We have 2 big golden retrievers, if you're new around here, Charlie and Eddie. So it's the 4 of us in the RV.
And to
It's a
put
lot.
it politely, we're all adjusting to this new lifestyle.
It is an adjustment. So we don't want to share just the glamorized Instagram version of living tiny, because I think that's been beaten pretty good.
Yeah. And it's not easy, especially if you're new to this lifestyle and trying to adjust to it. It's an adjustment period, and we have really good days at it, and we have really bad days where
Really bad days.
we just I'll usually just end up crying and being like, what did we do with our life? Like all this. So it's
Which
kind
is
of
fine. Like, that's fair. But today's a good day, right?
Today's a good day for
a good day.
Yeah, exactly. Stop stealing my expression.
Todd always says, if I'm cranky, he'll give me a coffee and he'll be like, today is a good day for a good day. Which always makes me smile. But anyway, we hope we hope you come along and join us on this journey. We're kind of figuring it out for ourselves.
Yeah. If you want to follow along, make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel. And we're going to be posting a video every single Sunday. We're not going to do another year gap before our next video.
Promise.
We promise. So every Sunday we're going to be posting. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that little bell up at the top so you get a little ding when we post.
And if you want, if you're not already, you can follow us along on Instagram at Tyler and Todd.
Okay, until next Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.